Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bethalkis. And well, it's kind of a special edition, I guess you could say, of some of you are maybe new to the channel, some of you are returning. I haven't been on for about 7 months or so. Actually, I'm starting to come back here. Um, so let's just kind of delve into it, kind of I'm reintroducing myself to new viewers, old viewers, and then also kind of explaining what happened during those 7 months that I was gone. So let's kind of get into this, and maybe I may even talk about some TV shows, movies, things like that that I missed while I was gone during those 7 months. How about that? Does that sound good? Uh, yeah. So. I'm trying to also kind of get used to the new setup and all that kind of stuff as well. So, who I am. Morks. Yeah, I know. Hey Morks, how's it going? Um who I am. I'm basically a fan just like the rest of you guys out there. I have owned a comic book store in my past. You know, done my I have a degree in animation as well, so I know about animation, a little about film, that kind of stuff. So it doesn't make me any different than anybody else. Just saying that's kind of what my background is here. What makes me a little bit different than some of the other channels out there? I'm not spewing hate out there. So for me, when I'm doing a review of something, especially like a TV show, if there's 4 episodes in a row where I'm just not digging the series, I stop. Sometimes even a little earlier than that if the series really pisses me off. Because quite honestly, if you wanna watch hate shit, there's plenty of fucking channels out there for you to, watch and do that stuff. Um, yeah, so that's kinda me there in that nutshell. Also, I am not gonna be, spewing out any kind of right wing crap, which is a lot of things that are going on right now in the YouTube world, which are getting clicks. I don't go with that either. So, yeah, I have over 1,000 videos here in my channel, and yes, I have about 1,100 subscribers. That's the reason why, is because I'm just not doing hate videos. So there you go. Mork says, what do we got here? You know what, Morks? I need to pop out the chat because I was going to do that anyway, and I keep forgetting to do that. Where are we at here? We don't talk about comic book store. Yeah, I know, Morks. There's lots of things we don't talk about. So, what happened during those? So that's kind of me in a nutshell here. Um, if you're going to be spewing hate on my channel, by the way, too, I will also block you. And I'll give you the benefit of the doubt the first time. I might mute you, and then I can still see what's going on, and then I'll block you after that. So, yeah, that's kind of where I go on that one. Um, so where have I been for the last 7 months? Work, pretty much is what happened. So I got really, 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 really busy with work and my day job. And when I came home, I just didn't feel like doing this. I didn't feel like, setting things up and doing a podcast and all of that stuff. It just got to be kind of tiring. So I took a little bit of a break. And of course, the break went on a lot longer than I thought it was going to. At one point, I thought I was going to come back and I didn't. And uh, I finally, holy crap, sorry. All of a sudden, I've got an aircraft flying overhead. So I live near a hospital, so there's a life flight that's flying overhead at the moment. Um, you thought I was locked in a cryo tube? Somewhat. Yes, I did finally get COVID for the first time. I dodged it for 4.5 years and finally got it around Labor Day. So that also kind of put a kibosh on things as well. And yeah, so I kept trying to make it back, kept trying to make it back, and then I moved again as well. Hence the new background, as you can see here. A little bit of a different background, kind of some of the same stuff, but also some different stuff too, as you can see back there. There you go. I know my big head's in the way, so that's what's going on there. Um, Oh, you couldn't hear the aircraft? Oh, good. I can hear it. So it was actually fairly fucking loud. Sometimes it shakes the place. It's they get that low. But anyway, I digress. So what did I miss while I was out? Let's see. Of course, there was Deadpool and Wolverine. Like the movie. Only thing was that I thought was kind of funny was that there's a whole bunch of white guys again, kind of thing, and it's like okay, whatever. That's kind of what's going to sell these movies. There you go. I know everyone keeps talking about that. You know, diversity ruins things, which it doesn't. But when you have a whole bunch of just white people in a movie, it's kind of glaring. So I like the movie. I have it on DVD, uh, 4K. Yes, I got it on 4K. Marvel Jesus, Marvel Jesus. Yes, that is Marvel Jesus as Deadpool there. I was in the middle, I think, of reviewing Acolyte before I left, and yeah, I didn't like Acolyte, not for the reasons that other people didn't. It was just the writing. The writing for me was just they didn't know what they wanted to be. At first, it started off as a murder mystery, and then it kind of devolved and it devolved into something else, and then it just became confusing, quite honestly. And we're not going to be the Skywalker story, but we are about the Skywalker story, and yeah, it just meh. Dune Prophecy came out while I was, away. I watched it, and yes, it takes place 10,000 years before the Paul Atreides stuff. It was okay. I mean, I'm not a huge Dune fan. Uh, I'm gonna say this much: Dune 1 and Dune 2, Sandworm Boogaloo, didn't do anything for me. But then again, I don't like the director. The director I find very boring. But the series itself was interesting. It wasn't compelling for me. And yeah, it was all right. Um, so yeah, nothing great there. I'm trying to think of what else came out. Oh, Skeleton Crew. Skeleton Crew I loved. That was a great, great show. If you haven't watched Skeleton Crew, I highly recommend it. It's a very fun Star Wars movie. Yes, it's kids geared. It's geared towards kids. I know people were kind of comparing it to Goonies, the Goonies in a way. Yes and no. I liked it. I liked what they did with this, and I liked Jude Law's character. They actually kind of tied him into an old 70s Marvel Star Wars comic book character briefly as well. And yeah, it's Crimson Jack. Crimson Jack is the name of the character that they tied him into. So that was a lot of fun, and I'm hopefully they get a second season out of that one. I know that they're kind of pushing on that. Well, of course, we have Invincible season 3 that's coming up here. I'm looking forward to that too. The Boys, I know, was actually season 5 was out when I was actually reviewing that, starting to review that, I guess it was before I disappeared. Um, it got very mean spirited, is what happened. It was kind of like they took the thing that they were doing a parody of, which of course is the right wing agenda stuff, and started incorporating that into their storylines more. Like the whole thing with Huey almost being raped and then playing it for laughs. That was kind of tone deaf. Quite honestly, it was one of those things I was like, "Ooh, that's really cringy." Things I kind of wanted to talk about, but didn't get a chance to. So yeah. Craven the Hunter. Craven the Hunter I never saw. So, yeah, I just couldn't do it. I saw Madam Web, and I figured that was enough for me. I didn't need to see Craven the Hunter either and see them ruin another Spider-Man property. Sonic 3, I did not see, Morks, just because no, the first movie was okay. The second movie I never bothered seeing. I mean, I like James Marsden. Um, I'm actually my sister told me about Paradise, was it my sister? Yeah, my sister told me about Paradise, that James Marsden is in, where he plays the president, I believe it was, and it's got a sci-fi bent to it. So I was like, okay, I might actually see it because originally I wasn't going to. It's on Hulu, and Sterling K. Oh, I can't remember his last name. But yeah, I was looking at that and I was like, all right, I might actually watch that now just because you know it looks interesting. And of course, we had the last season of What We Do in the Shadows, which became very meta and made me laugh my fucking ass off. It really did. It ended on a really good note. I think they did a good job of ending it the way they did. Even though Taika Waititi said it went out too late, that it should have gone out, out in season 3 or something like that, which I totally don't agree with. I'm fairly confident in saying that Taika Waititi doesn't know what comedy is anymore. Um, yeah. Um, I hate to say it, but yeah. Yeah, the Superb Owl, of course, it's coming up uh, for everyone. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, Superb Owl. Yes, the Nandor Batman thing was pretty damn funny. I have to admit, it really was. Um, yes, the Superb Owl though just still makes me laugh. Um, what else was there that was out? There was actually quite a few things that I missed. I know that I watched. And like I said, at one point I did have COVID, so I ended up starting to watch the Great British Baking Show, which I kind of made my way through on that. I know it's not genre stuff, but that's what I ended up watching, you know, just to kind of get into things. And oh, Prue is leaving. Oh, I didn't know that. That sucks. But I mean, she is like in her 80s, so that makes sense. You know, that makes sense. I mean, she replaced somebody else anyway in season 5, from what I understand. So I'm okay with that. Um, she's 84, and she said her end is near. Wow. What else have I been watching? I didn't watch Squid Game 2 yet. The first one's fairly depressing, I have to admit, and I don't know if I could bring myself to watch the second one at the moment. And considering the state of affairs of what's going on in the world, I don't need anything that's fucking depressing, really. So yeah, don't watch it yet. All right, I'll take your word for it, Marks. Yeah. Oh, but I know Castlevania Nocturne is out, and I started watching that, and that was actually fairly decent. I just need to be able to kind of focus on it. Oh, it has a shitty cliffhanger. Okay. Yeah, Nocturne is really good. I just need to be able to focus on it, and again, work is still kicking my ass. So sometimes I get home, I pop on the boob tube, and I pass out. So I have to kind of get myself awake there. Also, we have the new Harley Quinn. By the way, Harley Quinn season 5, the animated series, which is fucking phenomenal. It's still good. The writing's still good. The characters are great. The whole Clayface thing just made me fucking laugh. Oh, also, I forgot to mention Creature Commandos, which James Gunn did. Oh my god, really, really good. If you haven't watched the animated Creature Commandos on Max, go and watch it. That is I have the t-shirt someplace. I actually bought the DC Studios, and I love that they went back to the old Shield, the old DC Shield logo. So yeah. Kite Man was fun. If you haven't watched the animated series Kite Man, which is a spin-off of Harley Quinn, that was a lot of fun as well. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of things out there for people to watch that came out while I was, out there. Um, and there's gonna be some more stuff that's coming up too. Like if you go to suspendedfanimation.com, plug, you're gonna see the future stuff that's up there on my site. Marks, that's where I have my schedule up there, or I have that up there. You know what I'm talking about, right, Marks? Where I say where I'm gonna be on next and all that kind of stuff. But let's see here. February 11th, coming up soon here, we have The Witcher Sirens of the Deep, which is an animated series. Captain America: Brave New World comes out on Valentine's Day, which I already have tickets for that for the 13th. Actually, I'm going to go and see that in IMAX. Daredevil: Born Again, which is going to be on Disney Plus in March. Mickey 17. So Mickey 17, I don't know if people are aware of this, but Mickey 17 is um, it's a sci-fi movie with Robert Pattinson in it, and strangely enough, it reminds me of Moon, which back in 2000, Sam Rockwell did a great movie, which he should have gotten an Academy Award for, but Sony, being the dicks that they were, never submitted it for an Academy Award. And yeah, Moon is directed by Duncan Jones, David Bowie's son. Really, really good movie. But Mickey 17 kind of follows the same logic there, almost in a way where people are cloned and you work off your debt though as a clone, and it's a really dangerous job. And when you die, you get recloned and then come back. And yeah, and one of the clones doesn't die completely. He comes back. So he's Mickey 17 and he's working with Mickey 18. So yeah. Take a look at the trailer for it. It actually looks pretty decent. So that's going to be coming up too on March 7th. And then The Electric State is coming out on Netflix with Chris Pratt and what's her face from Stranger Things, 11 from Stranger Things. Andor season 2. Yeah, Andor. So for me, Andor, I know everyone goes, "Oh, it's the quote unquote the adult Star Wars." The adult Star Wars. Yeah. Fuck you. It's boring Star Wars. Is really what it is. Mon Mothma is what it should be. It should be actually following Mon Mothma, which is the more exciting story than Andor. Andor just kind of is there, but Mon Mothma is the one that's actually much better. Um, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's coming up there. Andor season 1, like I said, the Mon Mothma stuff was actually much more interesting to me than Andor's story. Andor's story was boring. We know how he ends, we know he dies, and luckily season 2 is the last season of it. So we don't have to deal with the whole, stupid stuff of people going, "It's Star Wars for adults." Um, yeah, okay, great, whatever, man. Um, I like The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian's good, and you're not gonna get another season of The Mandalorian anyway, Mark, so you don't have to worry about that. You're gonna get a movie. It's gonna be The Mandalorian and Grogu, I believe is what that is, and that's going to, and The Mandalorian was never about, Pedro Pascal's character. It was The Mandalorian is Mandalorians. It's about Mandalorians themselves, which I kinda dug, obviously, since I've got what's that right behind me here? Yeah, you can oh, that way. There we go. I got a lot of shit back behind me there. So Grogu's fine. I just wish they would actually kind of delve back into Grogu's backstory as to, you know, what's going on with the little fucker. Where is he? He's over there. Yeah, over here. Yeah, that way. Yeah, all the way over there. There we go. Who the mom is? No, actually, I just want to know why they wanted his midichlorians. What for? If they were gonna, actually bring that into play again with the whole Emperor. I mean, we already know with Ahsoka, and hopefully we're getting an Ahsoka, second season. Well, actually, we are getting a second season of Ahsoka. They've already recast. Um, oh, the actor who died, Ray. Fuck, I'm my mind is just gone, obviously. So they've recast that character, and they're going to be doing the Heir to the Empire series is what is going to be happening. They're going to be adapting Heir to the Empire. And for those of you who don't know what Heir to the Empire is, 1990s Timothy Zahn, great book where he actually introduced Thrawn, and a great not book, just series of books. Um, and I'm looking into this, looking at this to be pretty good. Yeah, the Skywalker entrance was good, but, for me, for Ahsoka, I like Ahsoka better just because it was Rebel season 5. So, I do like The Mandalorian though as well. I think they did an okay job with Thrawn Marks because they're just introducing him. They had to introduce him quickly, but, very sparingly is what they did, and I thought they did a good job. And I'm glad they actually brought in the original voice actor from the Rebels series to portray him in the live action series. So, I'm good with that. And sorry I keep looking off to the side down here instead of at the camera because, again, I'm still not used to this fucking setup. I've gotta, do something a little bit different here, and I'm thinking about hanging my camera off my screen a little bit more so that I don't have a whole bunch of junk in front of my screen, blocking things as it is right now. So, that's kind of it in a nutshell. That's what, happened. Uh, he is paying attention to his wonderful troll fan number 2. We got a couple people though in the chat. There's a couple of, stragglers here that aren't really saying anything. Say hello, guys. Um, I don't really, bite all that much, except for, anyway. So, what else do I have going on for the rest of this week? I need to actually look at my schedule and see what I put up there. Uh, Thursday, I'm going to be doing Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 1, episode 3. Again, that's on Disney Plus. And on Friday, I'll be doing Invincible season 3, episodes 1 through 3, because they're dropping that all at once there. So I usually do it the day after is what I'm doing because they're dropping these usually later on in the evening. And I don't want to, well, one, I don't want to have to try and pick it up and watch it and then go back on when most of you people on the East Coast are going to be asleep anyway. So I figured I might as well do it when everyone's awake. Hey, Movie Fanobi, how's it going? Hello. Hello, everyone. So, yeah. So that's what's going on here. And as you can see, I don't know if you noticed, Morks, but like over here, there's a helmet there. And then there's a helmet over here. There's a couple helmets. So, and then there's also lightsabers behind me, and then there's that behind me as well, and that behind me there. Yeah. There's no really good placement for the camera, quite honestly, without me being in the way. There is a lot of fucking merch behind me. I know that. Yes, it's been, as you can see by Fry over here. That's pretty much my meme. That shut up and take my money. That's where it's at. That's why I got that one because I figured it's kind of appropriate as to what that is. Oh, and by the way, and if you don't know what that is right there, right next to Fry, that is Emma Rose. That is actual merchandise that was given out during the Spider-Man 2, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2. They actually have a little vial of perfume in there that they gave out to everyone. I don't know if I got that at Comic-Con. I think I did get that at Comic-Con, but still in the original wrap and all that kind of crap. I don't know what that shit smells like, and I'm fairly sure it's probably horrendous, but it's one of the more unusual things that I had in my array of things. I bring it out every now and then and put it out on display. But yeah, and then of course I have Iron Giant over here. And if you're wondering what the stick thing is that's behind me, that is back there, that's actually a pruning stick from Loki that actually does turn on and does the pruning noises and all that kind of stuff, which looks a little bit odd when you're walking around with it. So it looks more like a truncheon than anything else. Like I'm going to beat the shit out of somebody, which, yeah. Yeah. And so just kind of doing a little thing. This little guy right here is actually from Disneyland. That is actually a Lothcat tiki mug, is what that is. I might be demonetized now, Movie Fanobi. I don't know. I know they sent me a notice or something like that about that, but I may be. Who knows? I'll take a look at it again and see where I'm at. Why you can't? I take it you can't do any kind of. I know you usually try and drop a tip and whatnot, but yeah, you don't need to. But I might be demonetized already, so who knows? That's fine. I mean, I'm not here for the money. I'm not here for the fame. Oh no, super chat. There we go. So that's the reason why. And you got the YouTube notifications. Nice. All right. Yeah, I'll see where I'm at if I have to reapply and all that kind of crap, which will be funny. Yeah. I know you don't check the schedule, Marks. I know that. You've told me before. Um, so yeah, so I am back in a limited capacity. I guess you can say it depends on work schedule. Work kicks my ass routinely. So yeah, that's the reason why I haven't been around for all that much. It's just been work, 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 work. And yeah, my day job takes up, you know, that's what I end up having to pay bills with and all that kind of stuff. Just what was it? Don't call it a comeback. Yeah, I know. I know. Well, with that said, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks everybody who came to, this rambly chat kind of thing that I've got going on. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you everyone in the chat, and thank you out there as well. Right there. I'm trying to point at the camera. And yeah. I will be back again on Thursday. And until then, oh, well, let me plug everything. If you want to see more of my stuff, take a look at the videos I have up in the, there's going to be videos pop up here, videos that pop up here, all that kind of stuff. If you want to see more about my channel. Also, if you want to see when I'm going to be on live again next, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Has my schedule up there for the rest of the week. Also, it has like my schedule for future stuff of what's coming up. I have a lot of genre stuff on there, like what's coming out. Not necessarily stuff I'm going to cover, but a lot of genre stuff that I saw is coming out that might be of interest to some people. And yeah, I'll be covering some of it, but not all of it. Thank you, everyone. I will see you again on the 7th, is what it looks like. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe gone for a little while longer. So this is the other thing that's kind of funny with this setup. I don't know where the hell the off button is now. And yeah, that's the fun part of this is like, where the hell is my off button now? So unfortunately, this is the part. There we go. That I really hate. That's why I need to change the setup because I really don't know where it's at. Thanks, everyone. I will see you again on Thursday. Maybe I'll get my shit together. Who knows? Thanks, everyone. Until then, have a good rest of your night, and I will see you on Thursday. Thanks, everyone. Bye.